High Ignite gets it away. Turbo pulls off the respawn onto the backboard, running low on boost, but finds the angle himself. You heard them on the desk talking about it. What a play, are you kidding me? Squishy and Gimmick tag team the fourth one.
Not very often do I genuinely have no clue a goal's about to happen. What on earth? Squishy!
Goal for sure from midfield. The quick pass across the pitch, broken up by Torsos. Back over. You can't stop it. What a beautiful play. Control of the ball. Looking to flick to Gimmick. Gimmick shoots and he gets the goal. 1-0 for Cloud9.
Look at how much space Torment has, all of the middle third of the field, and he just finds Gimmick.
Oh, and a great pitch.
He did it! He did it!
The Cuxer pitch. The man is a legend. Rebang up high against the back. Oh, Kami, that shot. Kami gets the goal for the Chiefs. They tie it up.
And again, this could be the spark for the Chiefs.
Cloud9. Quick follow-up from the Chiefs. Kami's there. The pass to dump over to Torsos. Up high. Dripping. He scores! The Chiefs up 2-0.
Oh, the pressure!
Hello, welcome back to RL Talk. Today, I'm going to be previewing Week 8 of RLCS Season 9 as North America and Europe reach the end of league play and South America goes to regionals. So, all very exciting. I'm currently 52 prediction points behind Josh in our system, but I don't think I'm going to win, but it's not impossible. But yeah, we'll see about that one. So anyway, over to North America to start off this episode, where the matches are NRG versus Ghost, Space Station versus E United, Cloud9 versus Pittsburgh Knights, G2 versus Space Station, Fly versus Rogue, and G2 versus Susquehanna Sonics. So, Josh has NRG to beat Ghost 3-1, which would not be great for Ghost, as they'd prefer to beat NRG to secure a place in regionals. But obviously that's going to be very hard to happen, and I don't think anyone actually thinks Ghost will beat NRG, apart from very die-hard, hardcore Ghost fans. Then he has Space Station to beat E United 3-2. I'd think that Space Station would beat them a bit easier, but obviously, clearly, Josh doesn't think that. Then he has Cloud9 to beat Pittsburgh Knights in a 5-game thriller, which will decide Pittsburgh Knights' season. I'm pretty sure whichever team wins that will secure themselves a regionals spot. So, a lot to play for there. Then G2 to beat Space Station in 5 games. So quite a justified prediction. Obviously I think everyone thinks that this series will go to 5 games. It's just a matter of which team will get it. And Josh thinks G2 will. Then he has Flight to beat Rogue 3-2. That is very, very interesting. Flight, who was bottom of the table from week 3, to beat Rogue in the final week of the season and get into promotion playoffs and avoid the automatic relegation which they will put Rogue into. That is an upset and a half. Then he has G2 to beat Susquehanna Sonics 3-1 in a series that I thought would be closer in his predictions, but clearly he doesn't think that it will be that close, and he thinks G2 will take an easy win against Susquehanna Sonics. So what that does for his table is have G2 first, 7-2, and at a plus 11 game differential. And then in second, Space Station, 7-2, and at a plus 11 game differential too. But G2 would come in first because they beat Space Station. And then in third, NRG 7-2 at a plus 8 game differential. Fourth, Susquehanna Sonics 6-3 at a plus 7 game differential. Fifth, Cloud9 5-4 at a plus 2 game differential. Sixth, Ghost 4-5 at a -4 game differential. Then 8th United 2 and 7 at a -8 game differential. 9th Flight 2 and 7 at a -11 game differential, and then 10th Rogue 2 and 7 at a -13 game differential. So a three-way tie for 8th, coming down to game differential to see which team gets put down in auto relegation. And Josh's table is flipped in terms of the wins and losses column, which is very interesting. Now, over to my predictions, where I have NRG to beat Ghost 3-1. Again, Ghost would prefer to win that, but I don't think they will, and Josh doesn't either, so that will put them in a lot of danger if Pittsburgh Knights beat Cloud9. And then I have Space Station to sweep E United. I think Space Station are looking on fire after coming off the bat of 2 sweeps against Rogue and Flight, and I think E United is playing just as bad as those two teams at the moment. That's why they are down there with them in the promotion playoff / relegation zones, and I think this would be an easy one for Space Station. Then I have Pittsburgh Knights to beat Cloud9 in a 5-game thriller, which could put Cloud9 at risk of going out of the regionals. But in my predictions, Ghost already lost, so that doesn't really matter too much. Then I have Space Station to beat G2 3-2. I think it will be relatively interesting. I think it'll be very close, and I think Space Station will just about come out victorious in an overtime in Game 5. Then Rogue will beat Flight 3-1, put Rogue into the promotion playoffs, and put Flight back down into the rival series after they've had quite a dreadful season, to be fair. And then I had G2 to beat Susquehanna Sonics in a 5-game thriller. I think that Susquehanna will not go down that easily, and will put up a decent fight against G2. But G2, with it all to play for a top 2 spot, will come out victorious in that one. So, in first, our Space Station 8-1 at a +15 game differential. Second, NRG 7-2 and at a +8 game differential. Third, G2 6-3 at a +8 game differential. Just ahead of Susquehanna Sonics, who is also 6-3 and at a +8 game differential due to beating them in the last game of the day. Then in fifth, Cloud9 4-5 at a 0 game differential. Sixth, Pittsburgh Knights 4-5 at a -2 game differential, just pipping Ghost to a regional spot, who are also 4-5 and at a -2 game differential. But due to Pittsburgh Knights beating Ghost, they will secure a regional spot and not Ghost. Then I actually have Rogue to beat Rogue in 8th. Don't know why I was talking about beating anyone. They've already beaten Flight. Rogue in 8th, 3-6 at a -10 game differential. 9th, E United 2-7 at a -10 game differential, and 10th, Flight 1-8 and at a -15 game differential. My table not flipped in game in win and loss, the win and loss column. Now over to Europe, where our matches are Singularity versus Monaco, Mouse versus Endpoint, Barcelona versus TSM, Dignitas versus Reciprocity, Mouse versus Barcelona, and Vitality versus Veloce. Now Josh has Singularity to beat Monaco 3-1 and put Monaco down into the auto relegation spot with no chance to come out after they haven't won a single game. Then Mouse to beat Endpoint 3-1 and give themselves a shot at top 4. Barcelona to beat TSM and keep their hopes for a top 4 finish alive with a 3-2 victory, and TSM's hopes of securing 7th out of their hands. Then Dignitas to beat Reciprocity 3-1 to secure a top 2 spot in the table, and to put Reciprocity in a very dangerous position where they could drop out of the top 4. Then Mouse to beat Barcelona 3-2 in a very, 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 very interesting and exciting and thrilling series where it will decide which team will go for top 4. And then Renault Vitality to beat Veloce 3-1, relatively easy, to also knock Veloce out of the top 4. So that would make the table a little bit like this. First, Renault Vitality 8-1 at a plus 14 game differential. Second, Dignitas 8-1 at a plus 11 game differential. Third, Mouse 6-3 at a plus 7 game differential. Fourth, Barcelona 6-3 at a plus 5 game differential. Fifth, Veloce 5-4 at a plus 3 game differential. Sixth, Reciprocity also 5-4 and at a plus 3 game differential, but Veloce beat them. Then in 7th, Team Singularity 4-5 at a minus 9 game differential. 8th, Endpoint 2-7 at a minus 8 game differential. 9th, TSM 1-8 at a minus 13 game differential, and 10th, Monaco 0-9 and at a minus 17 game differential. So now over to me, where I have Singularity to also beat Monaco 3-1 and end their hopes of getting into the promotion playoffs. Then I have, due to Scrub being subbed or kicked from Mouse, which I forgot to mention for Josh, I actually have them beating Endpoint barely in a 3-2 match, which will still put them in contention for a top 4 position. Then I have Barcelona to beat TSM 3-1, which will secure them a chance at top 4. Then, and keep their hopes for a top 2 finish alive as well. Then Dignitas to beat Reciprocity 3-2 in a very interesting game that secures Dignitas top 2. Then Barcelona to beat Mouse 3-2 due to them due to Arju, I believe it is, or Arju, not having linked with the team or gelled with them well enough and prepared well enough for the game. And then Vitality to beat Veloce 3-1 to secure top of the table, top of the standings, and the table looks like this. Renault Vitality first, 8-1 at a plus 14 game differential. Second, Dignitas 8-1 at a plus 10 game differential. And then third, Barcelona 7-2 and at a plus 8 game differential. Fourth, Reciprocity 5-4 and at a plus 4 game differential. Fifth, Mouse 5-4 and at a plus 4 game differential, but brutally being beaten by Reciprocity in, I believe, week 3 will cause them to drop down into the lower bracket match against Veloce, who are 6th, 5-4 and at a plus 3 game differential. 7th, Team Singularity 4-5 at a minus 5 game differential. 8th, Endpoint 2-7 at a minus 7 game differential. 9th, TSM 1-8 at a minus 14 game differential, and in 10th, AS Monaco 0-9 and at a minus 17 game differential. Now, over to Oceania, because South America is regionals, and we're going to do that last, so we don't get you confused with the way the matches are played. The matches are Canberra Havoc versus Team Esper, Cringe Society versus Renegades, Mind Freak versus Team Fury, and Ground Zero versus Overt. Josh has Canberra Havoc to beat Team Esper in a 5-game thriller and put Canberra Havoc back into contention of a top 4 finish to get into regionals. Then Cringe Society to beat Renegades 3-2 and put them in danger of not getting a top 4 finish of the season in a very exciting match. Then Mind Freak to beat Fury to stay undefeated at a 5-0 record. And then Ground Zero to beat Overt 3-1. Relatively easy for them. So, yeah. Then into our table. First, Mind Freak 5-0 at a plus 10 game differential. Second, Ground Zero 4-1 at a plus 7 game differential. Third, Cringe Society 3-2 at a plus 3 game differential. Fourth, Renegades 2-3 at a minus 1 game differential. Fifth, Team Fury 2-3 at a minus 4 game differential. Sixth, Canberra Havoc 2-3 at a minus 5 game differential. Seventh, Overt 1-4 at a minus 4 game differential. And eighth, Team Esper 1-4 and at a minus 6 game differential. Now over to my predictions, which are pretty much the exact same. Canberra Havoc to beat Team Esper in a 5-game thriller and keep their hopes for top 4 alive. Then Cringe Society to beat Renegades 3-2 and give themselves a positive win-loss ratio. Then Mind Freak to actually sweep Team Fury, putting Team Fury into a very bad position. And then Ground Zero to beat Overt 3-1. So the only differences between me and Josh's predictions is that I have who is they? I have Mind Freak to sweep Fury, whereas he has Mind Freak to beat Fury 3-1. So, for my table, which is pretty much the same as Josh's, I have Mind Freak first 5-0 at a plus 11 game differential. Second, Ground Zero 4-1 at a plus 7 game differential. Third, Cringe Society 3-2 at a plus 3 game differential. Fourth, Renegades 2-3 at a minus 1 game differential. Fifth, joint 5th/6th, Canberra Havoc and Fury, both at a 2-3 record and minus 5 game differential. 7th, Overt 1-4 at a minus 4 game differential. And 8th, Team Esper 1-4 and at a minus 6 game differential. Now over to South America for their regionals, where the confirmed matches are Poison Bullets versus True Neutral and the Three Sins versus Advidity, where Novus AV will be waiting for the winner of the Three Sins and Advidity, and Most Wanted will be waiting for the winner of Poison Bullets and True Neutral. So Josh has Poison Bullets to beat True Neutral 4-3. He then has Most Wanted to beat Poison Bullets 4-2. Then up to the upper bracket in order of games, so this is completely in order of how it's actually set out. He has the Three Sins to beat Advidity 4-2. Advidity to then beat Most Wanted 4-2. Novus AV to beat the Three Sins 4-1. Then in the lower bracket final, Advidity to beat the Three Sins in a 7-game thriller, so very interesting. And then Novus AV to beat Advidity 4-2 in the grand final and become the regional champion of South America. His full standings would be Novus AV first, second Advidity, third Three Sins, fourth Most Wanted, fifth Poison Bullets, and sixth True Neutral. Now, I actually have True Neutral to beat Poison Bullets in 7. Most Wanted then beat True Neutral 4-2. Avidity to beat Three Sins 4-3. Most Wanted to beat the Three Sins 4-3. Novus AV to beat Avidity 4-2. Avidity to beat Most Wanted 4-2, and Novus AV to beat Avidity in 7 in the grand finals to also for me to become the South American regional champions. So I actually have Novus AV first, Avidity second, third Most Wanted, fourth the Three Sins, fifth True Neutral, and sixth Poison Bullets. So that is the end of the episode. Those are our predictions for week 8 of RLCS, going off of Europe and North America for the week number. Very interesting for Europe and North America this week. Very excited for the last week of league play, and can't wait to see if me and Josh are correct in Novus AV and Avidity to be the top 2 in South America. But that's all from me today, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. But until then, goodbye.
I think I need therapy when my feet gets the best of me. I can't seem to understand how you do this to me. You've been running in circles inside my head. Wasn't looking for love, but baby, I found you instead. I didn't know I was on casualty until you stopped my heart and you made me see. I think I need to confess. Saw you in the red dress.